Comic reading can be a very expensive hobby. One franchise can have dozens of volumes, and each one can cost almost $20. However, there is a legal, free way to get the most out of your hobby. Today, I'm going to demonstrate how to borrow comic books from Hoopla. Hoopla is a digital service offered free to anyone with a library card, and one of its most extensive collections is its comics collection. Go to your web browser and type in hoopladigital.com. This will bring up the home screen. From here, we can see under the word Hoopla how many items we can borrow this month. Every month, Hoopla allows its patrons to borrow 10 items. As long as this number isn't 0, you can borrow an item. To get to the comics section, you can hover over the Browse button and select Comics from the drop-down menu. When you click on Comics, you'll come to the Comics home screen. This screen consists of 2 areas. At the top, you will see featured comics scrolling by. These are comics that are new to the collection or relevant to current interests. Under the featured comics is an area for item browsing. Here, we can tab through recommended comics, featured comics, and popular comics. Popular comics are comics that are frequently borrowed by other Hoopla patrons. If you want to narrow down your browsing, Hoopla provides categories and filters. For example, say I wanted a fantasy comic that was age-appropriate for children and published recently. First, I would click on the Fantasy tag under the Categories tab. Clicking on this brings me to all the fantasy comics in the Hoopla collection, but I am looking for new and kid-friendly comics. To achieve this, I can click on the Filter button and choose This Year and Titles for Kids by clicking on their circles. Now we can see every Hoopla comic that is for children and is in the fantasy genre and came out this year. Once you see a comic you would like to borrow, you can click on its cover for more information about the comic. In the screen that comes up, you can see information about the plot, how long it is, and what series it belongs to. If you decide you would like to read the book, click the blue button that says Borrow. Items in Hoopla can be borrowed for 21 days, and you never have to worry about late fees because they are returned automatically. To see the item you have just borrowed, click Hoopla to return to the home screen. Under Currently Borrowed, you will see your new item. Notice how the number under Hoopla has gone down? The item you just borrowed has been counted as one of your 10 monthly holds. Ready to read? Hoopla allows you to read directly from your browser. Simply click on a title's cover image under Currently Borrowed and press the blue Read button. This will open up the reading screen. After the comic loads, you can page through it by either clicking the arrow buttons with your mouse or using the left and right buttons on your keyboard. Want to skip ahead? If you open the Options menu by clicking on the small button in the bottom right corner, you can access the page list, which lets you jump to any page you would like. When you're done reading, You can bring up the Options menu again and click Exit Reader. Happy reading!